Yes, sir, we made it. It is December 31st, 2022. That means tomorrow will be a whole new year, 2023. That means we're gonna be doing some new things. But first, we gotta look back on what we did this year. We had a lot of great videos and there's a lot of great comments. And some of these comments need to be addressed. So our first comment comes from Royce Royal 1987. And Royce Royal says, well, what about the customers that really only have enough for the food and delivery fees? Well, you know what, Royce, that's a very great question. And I would say to those customers, open up your refrigerator, grab you some of that bologna, grab you some of that mayonnaise, that mustard, what you need, you some jalapenos, go ahead and make you a sandwich, man. It's very, very simple. It'll fill you up, and you can make you about 4 or 5 of them, whatever the money you was gonna spend on that food. So that's a very good question, but make a sandwich, no tip, no trip. Like this is a luxury service. So the customers that really don't have enough for the food and delivery fees, they really shouldn't be ordering through this service. Great question. On to the next one. Have you ever heard of getting a job that you don't have to beg people for tips? Another great question. Obviously, this person did not watch any of my videos all the way through because, for one, I don't beg for tips. For two, we get paid mostly off of tips. So if you're a customer using this service and you can't understand that, well, I can't do nothing for you. Our next question comes from Nate Peterson. Nate Peterson says, Dash and Trader, DoorDash said they not paying you the money they owe you. Did I hear that correct? And yes, Nate, you heard that absolutely correct. When DoorDash deactivates you, they hold all the money that you currently have in your balance and they do not pay it out. You have to dispute it, and from what I heard, it's a very hard fight. Now, for me, it was I don't even know exactly how much it was. I'm gonna go back and check. But at the time of making this video, I don't even know how much I had in the account when they deactivated it, because my primary focus on that account was no tip customers. So every single order I did had no tip on it, pretty much, or really low tip. So it wasn't a whole lot of money, and I really don't care about it. But at the same time, that's something you got to keep in mind. They definitely keeping all your money when they deactivate you. All right, our next question comes from the X-King, ZZZ. So the X-King says, I just got deactivated for no reason, again. So this is not the first time. 1,200 deliveries. What's the best way to get back on? Well, first thing you can do is always dispute it, of course. And I don't know if that works or not, or if that's even something that's worth our time. But my suggestion would be, first, try signing up with a new email address and a new phone number, because it may be as simple as that. Now, I haven't tried that myself, but I would try that first. Secondly, if you can't get back on, go ahead and download one of the other apps, because I'm an advocate of multi-apping, bro. And what you got to realize is, the moment you add more apps to your repertoire of gig apps that you can use to make your money, you hit your daily goal, you become less and less dependent on DoorDash or any single gig app to hit your daily, weekly, monthly goal. So my advice to you, yes, try to get back on DoorDash, but also use that effort to also try to expand your horizons and try some different gig apps. Try Uber, try Grubhub, try Shipt, try some Instacart. Try some Walmart Spark, because you may find that adding other gig apps gives you more flexibility and allows you to hit your daily goal with less effort. Our next question comes from the Solo Expat. This channel has been posting a lot of comments on my page, so I know they watching my videos, and shout out to you, I appreciate it. The Solo Expat says, how many contracts violations did you have before the ban? It's a very good question. And to answer that very simply, I had this many. 0. I didn't have not one contract violation, because I was making sure I bring the customer their food, it wasn't late, and I always took a picture, even when it was a hand to me, because what you gotta realize is, no tip customers are where you're gonna experience most of your problems when you're doing food delivery on DoorDash. These are gonna be the customers that have the difficult delivery instructions, or no instructions at all when you needed some type of instruction. These are gonna be the customers that complain that their food was cold. These are gonna be the customers that say they never got their food. So you wanna make sure that you crossing your T's and dotting your I's when it comes to taking these low pay, no tip deliveries, because these are the ones that you risk your account the most on when you doing these deliveries. So that's a very good question, but I actually had 0, because I'm used to taking those extra precautions to make sure that those lowball, cheap, miserable clowns don't wreck my account. So that's something you want to keep in mind. If you getting low offers and say you get a stack, somebody tip good and you get a non-tipper on there, make sure you taking extra precautions. Hit all those check boxes when you waiting on that lower order. When you drop it off, make sure you take a picture, even if it's a hand to me. Send it to them through the text messaging app in the DoorDash app. That way it's going through the DoorDash server, so the DoorDash server got it, the customer got it, and you got it. That way they can't lie and say they never got it. Great question. Local Urban 3555 says, I just got deactivated from DoorDash last week for no reason. You in luck today because they just got me. I'm deactivated, but the thing is, I got multiple accounts, so that's why I'm still delivering with them. And that's probably what you should be doing too, because DoorDash don't care about drivers. So I stopped caring about them a long time ago. You gotta look out, you gotta do what's best for you. Do orders that's profitable for you. Work apps that are profitable for you at those profitable times. You know, only take orders that are profitable for you. Don't let DoorDash manipulate you into thinking you gotta have a high acceptance rate or you gotta complete a certain amount of orders. No, do only what's profitable for you. The next comment comes from Sandy3671, and she had a long one to write. Woo, it's gonna be a mouthful right here. Do you realize that on small orders, $2 is the suggested tip? How can you fault a young girl like that? That's not even in our industry and probably doesn't even know any better. Well, I'm here to tell you, I will make sure she know better. Messing with Trader. And for you to confront her at work with people standing around her is beyond wrong. No, that's what I want. If I'm at your front door, you can't be embarrassed. I want everybody to see, so you can be embarrassed, because you should be. The level of embarrassment she must have felt was unreal. You damn right. And I hope I'm able to inflict that embarrassment upon somebody else who got the nerve to bag that tip out. Well, feel lucky that you confronted someone else's daughter and not mine, because I assure you, I would have had you deactivated if it was my daughter and you talk that way. I'm going to send this video straight to DoorDash corporate, because you need to be stopped. Well, guess what? I cannot be stopped, Sandy. And you can try, but guess what? I got another account, and I'm finna be right back at it. And matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure I talk even better next time and embarrass them a little bit more, just so I can make sure I get up under your skin. But thank you for the great comment. Oh, this one's great. So, Archaic Youth. Now you know this gotta be a Gen Zer right here. Have you ever wondered what happens when you find a better job? Well, my question for you is, what exactly is a better job than working for your damn self? At GTR886 says, can you just fight them? Like, can you just straight up just throw hands with them? Look, I'm not here to cause anybody any violence. I'm just here to raise awareness about the situation that's going on. DoorDash allows the customer to bag the tip out. The customers who are miserable, low-life human beings who don't got nothing going for themselves, they bag that tip out because they think, oh, DoorDash drivers making $25 an hour. Oh, they need to go find a real job. It's not my fault they working for tips. All of that trash nonsense. Look, I'm here to confront it all. They used to people just, you know, dropping off the order. Here you go. Have a nice day. They go in the house, talk their stuff. Yeah, I bagged that tip out. No, it's not happening no more. I'm here to stay. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And we starting season 2 next year. Season 2 of Confronting No Tip Customers will be starting next year. The moment I get some more DoorDash accounts, I'm starting it right back up. So you better believe it. Make sure you stay tuned for all updates on the channel. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, all of the above. Make sure you watch every single No Tip confrontation, binge watch them, play them back, rewind, all of that, because season 2 is gonna be a banger, man. And look, I'm not holding back. In season 1, I was kind of holding it back a little bit. You know, I was trying to be a little nice. You know, I was tiptoeing, walking on eggshells. Everything was thin ice. No, season 2, I'm not holding my tongue. I'm not thinking twice. None of that. If you're not tipping and you out here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, you better watch out. You better watch out, because I might pull up on you and I might have a couple questions for you and you might not like it.